Hey guys, so it's late April in 2025 and I'm here in a seaside resort called Golem on the coast of Albania. Now this resort's located in the north of Albania, on the north side of Albania, and it's about 1 hour drive away from Tirana city, and it's maybe about 40 minutes drive away from Tirana International Airport by taxi or bus. So yeah, I highly recommend a holiday to Golem. It's got a beautiful promenade. It's got more of a seaside resort feel, more of a holiday resort feel than a city feel, because I was in Durrës, in the city in Durrës, and it's the second biggest city in the country, and it's so busy in the city there, and it's different. It doesn't feel like you're on holiday in the same way as when you're here in Golem. I really like it here in Golem. So to get here from Durrës city, it's about 20 minutes drive away. In terms of reaching here from the international airport in Tirana, well, like I say, it's going to take you about 40 minutes, and I think it's going to cost you about 35 or 40 euros in a taxi with the majority of taxi companies. But do compare, because the prices totally vary from one company to another. I asked them in the last days for prices for various things, including a trip down to Saranda by taxi for one of my friends, and the prices do vary by 20 euros either way. One company quoted me 180 euro to go to Saranda from Tirana airport, and another company quoted me 160 euros to go from Tirana airport to Saranda. So the prices do vary. In terms of tomorrow, I'm going to go to Tirana city, to see the capital city of Albania. So to see that, I'm going to stay there for about 3 or 4 nights before I fly back to Poland. And I asked taxi prices. With the hotel it was 35 euro. I asked another taxi company, they were 30 euro, and I found Sky Taxi for 25 euro. And then there's another taxi company here based in Durrës called U Taxi. They said they can do it for 23 euro. So it's just interesting really to see that all the taxi companies have different prices, and you must compare prices. You must take the numbers of various taxi companies, ask members of staff at the hotels and the restaurants as well, and they'll give you various companies. Ask them which are good companies, which companies are reliable that you can use. And you know, be careful, don't use street taxis here. I don't recommend you use street taxis here. There've been many different problems. People have been given the wrong change. The taxi driver said, no, I have no change. There was an issue where somebody got the wrong change, the change in like fake notes, fake banknotes from a taxi driver. So be careful with taxis that you get on the street here. You want to order yourself a taxi. You want to get yourself a taxi with you can order it on WhatsApp. You just take their phone number of the taxi company you want to use, and you send them a WhatsApp, and they will send you their prices as well on WhatsApp. So it's cheaper and easier for you to use WhatsApp when you're here. All the restaurants here, all the hotels here have free Wi-Fi with a Wi-Fi code, so it's easy to connect. But because, you know, if you're coming from Britain, you're going to have to pay for an eSIM probably if you want to use your phone all the time, because, you know, this is outside of European Union as well, so you can't use your mobile phone here. So I paid £20 with Staley, and I got myself an eSIM, and I got 20 gigabytes with that eSIM to use. So it's been so handy, because I organised the trips to Auschwitz and the salt mines and the city tours in Krakow for the tourists, for all the British tourists that come over. And I need to stay in touch with my customers as well. So it's very important to me to be online all the time. That's why I paid for that eSIM. So it's the 20th. It's Easter Day today. Not everybody celebrates Easter here in Albania. There's lots and lots of different religions here in Albania. The majority of people, about 57% of people here are Muslim. Most of them are Sunni Islamic here, the religion. There's quite a lot of Catholic people here, about 10 or 15% are Catholic people here. And there's these mixes of all different religions, and people get on well together. And it's nice. It's a secular country. Well, I've been here about 8 nights now, and I've had a lovely holiday here in Albania. It surprised me. I didn't realize the promenade would be so beautiful, and I didn't realize the food would be so good, but the seafood, it was absolutely delicious, the seafood here. The quality of fish and seafood here is very, very high. And Albania has a family culture. It's all about family here. They were telling me in the bar that, you know, they look after family here a lot. And, you know, for example, if you don't have a job for a while, you have some family and they'll give you a job. They'll just help out their family in many different ways. It's been very hot today. I think it's about 23 degrees. About a week ago I arrived here. I had some cloudy days. The weather wasn't so great, but the weather's fantastic right now. So this hotel here straight ahead, this is the Grand Blue Fafa Hotel. It's a 5-star hotel and it's one of the best hotels in the whole resort. There's some absolutely fabulous hotels here and there's some low-end hotels that kind of look like really poor quality here as well, so it's a mixture. But there's some fabulous 4- and 5-star hotels here in the resort in Golem and in Durrës as well. So this is the boulevard and it just goes on and on up here. You get to the Flower Hotel further on. That's very, very popular with Polish customers. I live in Poland. And in the package holiday companies like Ithaca, Rainbow Travel, Coral Travel, Traveligo, all of them, they all send you a lot of their customers to the Flower Hotel there. It's an all-inclusive hotel, very, very nice rooms, frontline beach, very, very nice. And they have a fantastic restaurant there in the Flower Hotel as well. There's so many good hotels here, like there's the Royal G Hotel, very, very nice pool on the promenade. I do like the look of the Royal G Hotel, looks lovely. There's other hotels like the Brilliant Hotel, for example. I can recommend that one. The Brilliant Hotel does look brilliant as well. And there's the AMR Hotel as well, where I've been to today. The AMR Hotel is very good, but don't mix it up with the AMR Blue Hotel. The AMR Blue Hotel is not a good hotel. It's very old-fashioned and low quality, and the AMR Hotel is very high quality. It looks like paradise, really. Absolutely lovely. And it's really good because they've got security there as well, so he's looking after all the guests, the fellow there, the security man there. You do need that sometimes because you get some stray dogs here that try to come into the hotel. That's the main thing. It's always best to stay in a good hotel when you come here to Albania, in terms of, you know, you get quality service from the staff, you get very good quality food in a good hotel, you'll feel more safe and secure when you're in a good quality hotel like this. And here is the hotel restaurant, just up here. Well, the language here is Albanian. Albanian is a very, very unique language. It's totally different to any other language in the world. They have their own unique language here in Albania. And to be honest, I don't understand a word of Albanian. Even saying hello is difficult, saying thank you is difficult. I looked at the words and they're really long. Like, you know, in some languages it's really easy. Like in Spanish, you say hola for hello, it's so easy. And I can speak Spanish because I used to live in Spain. But this language is so difficult, very, very difficult. I mean, in Polish, for example, you just say dzięki for thank you. But it's a big long word and I couldn't even do it, to be honest. It was too difficult. So they've got all things down here for the children as well. Let me just show you. Looks fabulous for families, really, really nice for a family day out up here. You've got all the games and everything. And the fairground, but that one, the carousel, that's not started yet because the season's not started. So the season's actually going to be starting here about the 1st of June. That's when all the tourists arrive, and it'll be busy through July, August, through September. and the 1st of October the season is completely finished here. When I arrived here about 8 days ago, it was really quiet here, but it's got more lively now. I think with the Easter holiday more people have come here now. But Easter is celebrated on a different date in Albania to in the European Union, for example, so the date of Easter is different. So I don't think Easter is such a big celebration here actually in this country. So here in Albania, well, they've got around 3 million residents here in Albania right now. The majority of the population are ethnic Albanians, and then after that you've got some Greek people living here as well. It's not so ethnically diverse like some other countries, like we have, for example, in Britain or in Spain. And you know, I used to live in Spain, and there's so many people from all these different Latino countries, so it's really interesting. And I had friends from so many different countries when I lived in Spain. And it's the same when you go to London in England. You've got so many different countries and people from so many different countries in the same place. So it's kind of exciting really to learn about their culture and all the cultures in one melting pot. But it's really interesting here because it is Albanian, you know, it's proper. You will learn about the culture here. You can speak to the people here in the bars and the restaurants. They're open and friendly, and they'll chat to you about their culture, and you can learn about their country. They grow all of their own fruit and vegetables here. It's self-sufficient here in Albania. And the currency here, well, it's very easy to get used to the currency here, because 100 Albanian lek is €1, so it's very easy to do. You first arrive here, you haven't got a clue about the currency, but 100 Albanian lek is €1. So for example, if you're having a pizza, it's going to cost you 6 Albanian lek, which is €6 for a margarita. Or if you have a seafood pizza, it's going to be 1,000 Albanian lek, which is €10. If you're having a coffee here, I had a coffee in the last place earlier on today, and it cost me 200 Albanian lek, which was €2. Very reasonable indeed, because where I live in Poland, coffee is very expensive. Other things, beer is quite reasonable, but in Poland they charge you a lot of money for coffee. The markup on coffee is very high. And they are actually charging you €5, €6 for a coffee in various places. The majority of them are about €5 for a decent coffee, like a latte or something like that in Poland. In terms of buying a beer, if you have Albanian beer, it's going to be about half the price of the international beer, or certainly a lot less money than an international beer. So if you have an Albanian beer, a Koçor is a very popular Albanian beer. And it cost me, today it cost me 250 lek, which is €2.50. The dog going past. That reminds me, there's a lot of homeless dogs down here, stray dogs. They're very nice, they don't cause any trouble. You can give them some food as well. If you give them some food, they'll be your friend. And they're very harmless, you know, they wander around, and they're very peaceful. They'll lie and sleep on the road, on the street, and no problems at all from my side with them at all. But there is an American lady that lives here. I chatted to her in the restaurant the other day, the American lady. She's moved to live out here because Americans can live out here with a 12-month visa. And she did have a problem because she went into Durrës City, which is different to here, and she was walking her dog, and her dog has been bitten by a stray dog, unfortunately. So it had a chunk bitten out of him, and the situation was, she thinks it happened because she dropped some food on the floor, and then her dog ate the food, and then the other dog saw it. The other dog got angry, and her dog got bitten. And she said it's relatively safe here. She's not had many problems around here at all. She said she had one guy who was just troubling her, like following her around and things sometimes. But apart from that, she said no trouble here. She feels very safe here. She said that a taxi from Durrës to here, it can totally vary. I mean, I paid €12 for a taxi from Durrës bus station to here, but the other day she paid only €6. Well, she's living here, and you know, if you negotiate, you look at all the different companies and check their prices, compare the prices, because the prices vary from taxi to taxi. Don't accept the first offer. Send them a WhatsApp and check the prices of all the different taxis, and then there you go, you'll have saved yourself 50% and you paid €6 instead of €12. Hello, hey. Always nice to see the street musicians here. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye, thank you. From Albania?
Czechia.
Czechia. I live in Poland.
Really?
But what city in Czechia?
Near Prague, near Prague.
Ah, okay. Because I've been to Olomouc. That's my favorite city in Czechia. Olomouc is the best. I live near to Ostrava. Krakow is 2 hours from Ostrava.
Are you meeting often devotees like in Poland, because there are a lot of festivals?
Yeah.
Krishna?
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. Well, I just like some music sometimes. I don't know much about music, but if there's a good song on, I enjoy
This
it.
is about our movement. For you.
Thank you. I'll just put on the camera. Thank you. I won't take now because I'm doing the video for YouTube.
Oh,
So you'll see me on YouTube
okay.
at Travel with Col, with a C-O-L, on YouTube. And you can make a comment about the Krishna on the YouTube. Just if you go Travel with Col, C-O-L, and you can subscribe for free, and you can make a comment
Yes.
about your music.
We
and-
will. We have
Thank
also
you.
a channel.
Yeah. What's the name of your city again? Sorry.
Near Prague, yeah.
But what is the name of the place?
Benešov.
Benešov. Benešov. Yeah. You have great beer. I like it there. Very Pilsner Urquell.
Okay.
Love that. But I'm actually from Liverpool in England.
Yeah, you sound like from
Yeah.
England. Yeah.
But I've been in Poland for 10 years now, and I love Poland. And I love
Really?
Czech. Czech's great too.
Okay, yeah.
And they're my favorite two countries, Poland and Czech.
Nice.
Yeah.
We
Nice to
really
meet you guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
It's always nice when you go on holiday to meet people from all different countries. It's always interesting. And this hotel just looks absolutely awesome. The premium hotel and beach, it looks absolutely fantastic. Really posh hotel. Look at that lovely terrace there, right on the seafront. And I like the way they've done the trees there. The trees look lovely if you look through the middle. Very nice, good. They've got a good gardener there. Well, you see here in Golem, it is popular with Polish tourists and it's popular with Czech tourists. And there's actually a Czech restaurant here. So I was thinking, yeah, there probably are lots of Czech tourists that come here. A lot of tourists come here as well from Russia, but now the British are coming here. This year, like Albania's come into fashion with the British, and all the British are coming down here. And a lot of Irish and Americans, all the American backpackers are coming here now as well. And it's much nicer here in Golem than in Durrës city. It's much cleaner. It has a nicer promenade. They've got all the lovely palm trees here. I mean, I don't know, there's something a bit nicer here than in Durrës city, but they're both nice. So I'd say, guys, well, the cheapest way to get here from the airport is actually to get the alley bus. So just Google alley bus and you can buy your tickets online. And then you've got to get the bus from Tirana airport to Durrës bus station. And then you change at Durrës bus station onto a different bus to get to Golem. And it's €1 on the bus from Tirana bus station to Golem, and it's €6. It's €6 to get from the airport with alley bus. But the buses, I have to say, the buses are very poor quality, very poor quality. The bus that I got on, I mean, it was €6. The bus was absolutely packed. I kind of wished I got a taxi in some ways because the bus was absolutely packed. It was a very old bus. You can hear the engine, boom, boom, boom from the engine all the way. And it was a bit dirty on the bus. The seats were very old on the bus as well. So to be honest, the public transport here is very poor quality. It's every half an hour to get the bus from here to Durrës city is every half an hour. So you're going to be using taxis a lot in your holiday. I've used a lot of taxis this holiday as well. So find yourself a good taxi company. I use Sky Taxi. They take you from Tirana city to here for €25 Sky Taxi, so they're okay. But there's some other ones, U Taxi, YOO, they charge 20. Well, they ask for 25, but after some negotiation, they'll reduce the price. They offer me €23 to go to Tirana city tomorrow. But there's all different. You need to speak to the waiters that work in the hotels, the staff that work in the restaurants, and they seem to know the taxi prices and the best companies to use. There are dodgy taxis here as well. They'll offer you illegal services, just taxis you meet on the street, you jump in, and when you jump in, they'll offer you all kinds of different stuff that's illegal. So a fellow was coming down the promenade here and he was selling strawberries. Next thing he said to me, Colombian. And I said, no, thank you. And he said, do you want some cocaine? Or so you do get that here as well. Not much. You don't get that much like you get in Ibiza or like you get in Spain. You don't get it much here, but you do get it here as well. You do get everything here. But this is not a party place. This is a place for families. This is a place for relaxing. And I'd say I couldn't find any nightclubs here. I couldn't find any pubs here. So, you know, the only limitation is that there's no nightlife here. You know, sometimes I go on holiday to Malta. You know, you go to Ibiza, you go to Mallorca, you go to these places. And Albania, you've got all the nightlife in these places and all the clubs and the bars and the karaoke bars at night. But here it's all about relaxing, very good food, nice coffees and everything. Nightlife is not really part of the culture here in this part of the coastline. For nightlife, you need to maybe go down to Saranda. You'll get it more lively down there in the south of the country. There'll be more bars and maybe some clubs in Saranda. But I get the feeling here in Albania, it's more laid back. You know, they don't really go out and party in nightclubs very much here. In Tirana city, you can find all the nightclubs. You can find them all there. And I was looking around the prices of these places for a cocktail. It was about €8 in most places here to buy a cocktail. I found they were doing the Aperol Spritz today in the one of the hotels for €5. So that was quite a very good deal, actually the best deal I've seen, I think. Some of them were €7, but most of them are about €8 for a cocktail here. You can see on the left side, that's the Miami 2 hotel. So when you're looking for hotels, you need to go onto a website called Kayak. Kayak compares the prices on all the different hotel websites. And you've got another option called Hotels Combined. Hotels Combined also compares the prices on all the different hotel websites. And so you can go on there as well. And in terms of comparing flights, go on to Skyscanner, and Skyscanner will compare the flight prices for you. I got a flight here with Ryanair from Krakow in Poland, and I paid about £120 with the bags for my return flight here. You can also fly here with Wizz Air as well from Poland and various other countries. Wizz Air do the flights here too. And from England, it takes about 3.5 hours flight, as well as most places in Europe, it's about 3 hours flight to get here. But from Poland and Czech Republic, it's very close. It was only 1 hour and 50 minutes to get here. And with the tailwind, it actually only took me 1 hour and 30 minutes to get here this time. So it was a really quick flight. You are flying over the mountains though, all the way to come here. So the flight is a bit bumpy. You know, you're flying over the Slovakian Tatra mountains. You're flying over various mountains on the way here, and Tirana is located next to a great big mountain, so it's sort of different, really, a different feel when you're in Tirana. Something you should know, a cultural difference. Well, here when they nod their head, that means no, so don't get confused about that. Here in Albania, if they nod their head, that means no. If they shake the head, that can mean yes. So just some cultural things that you need to learn about when you come here. Now, when you're changing your money, you can see the Western Union on the left there. They offer a very, very bad rate, that one there. They offer 95 Albanian lek to €1. I checked ones further on in Cavaias, where I stay, and in Durrës, and they will offer you 98.7 lek to €1. So the prices totally vary in terms of currency exchange here. Every different one. Check the price in 5 or 6 different currency exchanges before you change your money. You're going to have to change your money because everything is cash here. They don't do card here anywhere, so you're going to have to change your money. And you need to compare your rates in all the different ones. The rates change day to day, but honestly, if you're changing your whole holiday money, then it will make a big difference, and you must check all different ones to get yourself a very good rate. You want to be looking for about 98.6 to the euro. That is acceptable, but once you go down to rates like 95, then that's not really acceptable for me. all the nice handmade souvenirs there on the promenade as well. I do like to do some shopping like that when I'm on holiday. And you've got all the games to take part in too, the shooting game here. And if any of you guys come on holiday to Krakow in Poland, I organise a day trip to the shooting range. I'm a tour operator there, so if you need any tours or trips, just make a comment. And I organise all the day trips to Auschwitz, the salt mines, Zakopane, and sightseeing city tours. So if you need my number, just make a comment and I'll give you my phone number and I can organise your trips for you at a very competitive price. And it's nice to book, you know, if you're British as well. It's nice to book with me because I'm British and I can, there's no language problem at all. So I can organise everything correctly for you with no misunderstandings. You just get all of these beautiful gardens up and down here. Hi, hey man. Hey.
Hi, man.
Hey.
Very cool. Welcome.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Albania.
Yeah, from Tirana.
Tirana, yes.
Tirana. I'm from Liverpool.
Liverpool. Nice to see
Yeah.
you again. Oh, very good.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome too.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
But I'm Everton, the blue team.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
And you guys?
Guys, here, coffee time. Coffee time, come in the beach street.
Yeah, for coffees.
Coffee is very good.
Yeah, it is. I noticed here. There's
Okay.
Cafe Pascucci, isn't it?
Pascucci, yeah.
Very good. But there's no Starbucks here.
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Open later because it's since I'm not start yet.
Yeah.
Till 1
Nice to meet you
month.
guys.
See
Bye.
you.
See you. Bye. Yeah, lovely. Really friendly down here. One thing I noticed when I was in Albania is there's no Starbucks coffee shop here. There's no Costa Coffee and there's no Cafe Nero. And there's no McDonald's here in these resorts. And there's no KFC or Pizza Hut, which is fantastic. So the people tend to be quite slim because they're eating very healthy food. They're eating fresh seafood here. And, you know, the seafood and the fish is so healthy for you. Eating it with salads. They eat a lot of Greek salads here and that type of thing. So it's kind of healthy. But, you know, the way it's gone now in European Union where we are and in Poland and England and these countries is you've got people eating fast food everywhere. McDonald's is just full of people every single day. In Poland, McDonald's is so busy, the same as in Britain. And it's just gone crazy really with fast food chains, you know, advertising all over the TV. And I like to eat local fresh food. I like fish, I like seafood, I like salads, like a Caesar salad but with prawns in, stuff like that. So I found a Caesar salad here will cost you about €6. They will change the chicken for the prawns for you and they don't charge you any extra money. So yesterday I had a Caesar salad with prawns and it was €6. It's absolutely lovely. I had a seafood soup. The seafood soup was 500 lek, which is €5. And there's another place that does it for €3.50 as well, a bit further on. You know, the prices are very, very competitive here. And I think actually Albania and this Albanian Riviera in the north of Albania, it's cheaper here than Saranda. It's cheaper than Samil down here. And it's very good value for money. Albania is actually better value for money than Bulgaria now, because in the last few years in Bulgaria, the prices, the inflation's very high. I love Bulgaria, I go there every year, but the inflation's very high now. And it's just better value down here now in Albania. So Albania's just been introduced to some of the travel brochures in Britain. So right now, this is the north of Albania, so this is on the Adriatic Sea coast, and when you get to the south of Albania, about 4 hours from here, you're in Saranda and Samil, and they are on the Ionian Sea, just across from Corfu, the Greek island of Corfu. So a lot of the people here from Albania, they go to work abroad, countries like Italy and Greece. Across the water there, you've got the south of Italy, straight across the water there. And you've got boats going every day from Durrës port, taking you across to Italy. And then when you go to the south of the country here, you've got boats every day taking you across to Greece. There's boats going from Saranda every hour across to Corfu, so you can just pop over to Greece for a little day trip. And a lot of people like to go and see the town of Gjirokasta, They reckon that's the best place to see in the whole of Albania. I've not been there yet, but it's UNESCO, very, very old-fashioned and quite unique. So that's you should visit there, maybe Gjirokastra. I've looked at it online and it just looks lovely. The population of Golem here, it's about 60,000 people roughly, but the population of Durrës is 160,000 people. And then if you include the areas together, like the whole metropolitan area, you're looking at over 300,000 people in Durrës metropolitan area. Like I say, the county, that's the whole county area. So you get people here and you see stuff on YouTube and stuff, and before I'm coming here on holiday, people are saying about the Albanian mafia being the third biggest mafia in the world, and about the business they do with the Colombians and everything as well. But honestly, I've seen very, very little crime here at all. There's a couple of drug dealers floating around. There's a guy today, he said to me, "You're sunburnt." He said, "Maybe you need some marijuana from me to so you can relax." And there's all that. There's a couple of guys around like that. There's not many, but they can see that I'm typically English. I look typically English with the blue eyes, so they know I'm a tourist, and that's why they offered those services to me. But I didn't see any trouble here at all. I've not seen any problems, any fights around or any problems. I've not had anything stolen this holiday at all. You know, it feels safe here. It does feel safe here, actually. I know people have said, you know, some people said about Albania, about the level of gun ownership and stuff like that, but it's really, it's not like that. When you're here in person, you don't see anything like that at all. You feel very safe when you're here on holiday, and I think you'll have a trouble-free holiday. One thing to do is when you're on the bus, getting those cheap €1 buses up and down, just watch out for pickpockets. Just watch out for the gypsies, because in Durrës has the biggest gypsy community in the country. You know, they kind of go around in Durrës city centre, and there has been a problem with pickpocketing and petty theft and that type of thing. But you know, just small crimes like that. I'm sure you've got a safe in your hotel room. Just carry enough money as what you need every day. Don't carry too much with you, and don't flash your valuables around. Don't start wearing expensive Rolex watches and stuff like that, and you should be okay. You haven't got much to lose then. So the beaches are yellow and sandy. There's no stones on these beaches. They are absolutely fabulous. This end down in Golem end, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10 today. This is the area in Golem where you have some of the best beaches in the whole country. Really, really fabulous beaches. I mean, you can't compare the beaches here to Samil, because Samil has the very, very best beaches, some of the best beaches in Europe and the world. But I mean, I think the beaches here are very, very nice. They're yellow, they're sandy. Hello. Oh, I can see a kite there, a kite going there, the distance. But this reminds me of the south of Montenegro, because last year I was in the south of Montenegro and I traveled around 5 cities in Montenegro. I was in Ulcin, and Ulcin is very Albanian as well. And Albania has been broken down into different parts, and Kosovo used to be part of Albania as well in the past, they told me. And it's been broken down into all different parts. And the Americans let them into NATO. So now Albania is a NATO country now. So there are American troops here. And one thing Albanians don't like is the Serbians. They don't like the Serbians at all, and they've told me that very, very clearly here. I don't know. I've never met any Serbians before, so I've no idea about this at all. I don't get involved in international relations really like that, or disputes. I've traveled to 65 countries now, so my mind's global. I have friends all over the world, and I consider myself global. There are parts of it here that are just so beautiful, really so beautiful you won't believe. And there are parts of the place here, when you go into some parts of Durrës that are like really run down, and they're totally different to this. But on the promenade here, it's just perfect. If you stick to the promenade, it's just perfect. You go back from the promenade, you can get holes in the street and stuff like that in some areas, but really it's the majority of it is really, really lovely. And you've got that big construction there in the middle, like the top half is different to the bottom half, and it looks very strange really in the middle of the promenade here, that building, very, very strange. Now, when you go to Durrës, when you go to Tirana, you'll notice the city is full of bunkers. There was a president in the past, he was called Hoxha. I might not be pronouncing it properly, but basically he was paranoid about this nuclear attack, and he prepared the whole country in terms of bunkers everywhere. He just built bunkers everywhere to protect the country. And until 1991, this country was this was a communist country, and it was under very, very strict rule back then. They couldn't do anything back then. It was a communist country until 1991, and then it broke free. And you can see now until the type of place it is now. Absolutely amazing how it's developed over the years since the breakaway from communism. So guys, thank you very much for watching my guided tour today, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L. Guys, please give likes because it does help the channel and it helps the video go high. And please make some comments as well, guys, because the comments do help the channel. Any suggestions of things to see and do for people that are visiting Albania, that would be brilliant. And anything else as well, just add it on comments. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Thank you.